Hey, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back. I thank you again. Today I want to talk about the Valley of Dry Bones in Ezekiel chapter 13. I'm going to read the chapter real quick, have a little discussion about it. Alrighty, here we go. Chapter 13, Ezekiel. The hand of Yahweh was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of Yahweh and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them around about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O my sovereign Yahweh, thou knowest. And he said unto me, Prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O you dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh. Thus saith my sovereign Yahweh unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and you shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and you shall live, and you shall know that I am Yahweh. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews of the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then then said he unto me, Prophecy unto the wind, prophecy, son of man, and say to the wind, Thus saith the sovereign Yahweh, Come from the four winds of, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, so they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood up upon their feet, an exceedingly great army. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, Our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off from our parts. Therefore prophesy, and say unto them, Thus saith the sovereign Yahweh, Behold, O people, I will open your graves, and cause you to come up out of the graves, and bring you into the land of Israel. And you shall know that I am Yahweh, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves, and shall put my spirit in you, and you shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall you know that I, Yahweh, have spoken it and performed it, saith Yahweh. So we got it right there, talking about a future resurrection of the dead. And I just want to read these notes to you right here. Chapter 37 contains a well-known prophecy referred to as the Valley of Dry Bones. Verse 1 through 11 speak of the rebirth and resurrection of the whole house of Israel, which means Judah and Israel. They are saved from captivity, dispersion, and slavery. This prophecy also pictures a literal, fleshly resurrection of those who had long since died, never knowing the truth. They too will finally have access to God, Yahweh's spirits and his truth, spiritual knowledge. This resurrection occurs at the end of the 1,000-year reign of Messiah. Beginning in verse 15 of chapter 37, Yahweh pictures Israel and Judah as two sticks that will be united together in the land of Israel after Yeshua's return. Yahweh says in verse 21 that he will take the children of Israel from among the heathens and gather them into their own land. He will make them one nation. That's verse 22. A spirit-born king, David, resurrected with the rest of the saints at Yeshua's return, will be king over Israel. Verse 24. David will rule forever. Verse 25. Yahweh will make an everlasting covenant of peace with his people, the new covenant. Verse 26. So basically that's what it says. It says, not only common people is going to be resurrected, like the likes of King David's going to be resurrected, the apostles, prophets, other patriarchs, the ones who weren't, bad or sinned and didn't repent, things like that. But the Valley of Dry Bones is an excellent example and lesson about the future, what the future is going to be like, the second coming when it comes, and it's coming like a freight train, and sooner or later we're going to see it, we're going to hear it, and everything else. But that's just probably the most important part of human history coming up. Prophecy is basically history written in advance. Some people don't believe it. Some people do believe it. It's fine if you don't believe it. It's better if you do believe it. But not all man is created equally in the eyes of Yahweh. So that's all I really wanted to say about that. I just wanted to make it short and sweet for you. And please study that Ezekiel 37. Study that and compare it to Revelations and what Yeshua said in the New Testament. And the other apostles like Paul talked about it in depth. And well, that's all I want to say right now. And thank you again. And please subscribe if you want to endorse me. Hit the like button. Watch my other videos. Hit the notification bell for future videos. And I thank you again. And with that said and done, peace out. Shalom.